There we go. Okay, I can see chat. People should be able to chat. I need to double check to make sure. So I'm pretty sure I set it up right, so people can chat. Could be wrong though. I'll have to use my other phone. Just do a random message in it. Just put a random message in. Yeah, that works. Right, let's first of all get all this bent back to normal. I think I may need to re-put the kettle back on. Nope, should be good now. Still a bit hot in there. Okay, that's fine. Hello. We're doing Night Stalkers, so it's a bunch of like grubbly, ghosty sort of stuff. Because this is stuff that doesn't happen over on Twitch. This is exclusive. So you won't even see it on social medias, because it just gets strictly to here. But we're getting some of the Night Stalker stuff built that I need to get built. So, because we're going to be basically taking it from a sprue. And then we'll take the back one. That one. And then we'll turn it into this. So I got to paint all this up today. So yeah, and it all interlocks into like a big display piece. Then if I get time, I'll probably do some more whack on gobos. But I need to get these other stuff primed, ready to go. So I'm just getting all of these parts clipped out, ready for some kit bashing as well. So I've got to kit bash a load of this. So I've already done 5, 10, need another 5, because these go in blocks of 15. So and then yeah, I've got a few videos to record tonight that I'm gonna do tonight. Get it over and done with because I keep putting it off. So but yeah, this is where a lot of the main fantasy stuff happens. Well, this specific one because it's a boot camp. So we'll also be. Oh yeah, definitely. Like we're going to be working on the dwarfs as well because I have a whole dwarf army to work on starter set, and like that's the scheme we're doing. I've got to find them in all fairness because they're in a box somewhere. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I just had a bunch of Stormcast stuff coming recently that I need to actually work on and sort out. Never twice down, down, and I feel so damn right. Mind you, I've got to do a few posts tonight. I've got to do a bunch of other stuff as well. Alright, I need to go out the base specifically. Set one out. But yeah, I use King's War all the time. Like kit bashes, it works really well. They stand up pretty well to Games Workshop products as well. So last week we started making the double gangers by taking other parts from other kits. So okay, that's all of those parts. Plus I have all of these parts as well. That can come back here. There's no parts in there I need. So I need to grab one of the bags. What we got in the bag section. But I have like loads of troll parts that I need to sort out. And start kit bashing. The actual random heads is not ideal. What I want. Just want some basic weapons. That will work. Possibly. Probably not. That ones are too small. Oh yeah, I'll have like a bunch of these at all hand. So I'm just going to go through and grab like a bunch of these axes out from a box that I've got here in front of me. We're just going to take a bunch of like stuff from different models, combine them with the Night Stalker stuff. So this should be interesting. I have a lot of stuff in this one box. Yeah, there's a lot on here. But yeah, double gangers don't have actual any official models for them, so I'm literally just gonna kit bash and run them as double gangers. So essentially, from what I know of double gangers, they basically you pick a unit and stuff like that. I just want them looking a bit different. I should have a big ass file here. Yep. Put this stuff to one side. It's just the bodies I have here for the minute. So there should be 10 here. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Kings of War. So easiest way to describe Kings of War is think of old school fantasy, rank and file, that sort of style. That I play a lot of it. So every Saturday we're gonna have a stream to do with this because this bootcamp will last all year. We're hoping for, as long as I can keep providing Kings of War content. This is from a specific faction called Night Stalkers. So it's like nightmares and stuff like that, but undead. Now, I've got loads of this stuff to paint up. I've got loads more of it packed away. But we'll go over like different types of basing. I'll be doing a bunch of casting as well during some of them when I'm able to get like some more of the resin I use and some of the silicone I use. I've run out pretty much. So like once I've got some more of that stuff, we'll be doing a bunch of casts. So we'll be casting a bunch of models. Casting all my basing sort of thing. Because I've got some other bases behind me I want to get casted up. Ready to go for March. On March 23rd. I've got to release a video on that. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot. And then on weeks where I'm able to get some battle reports done and edited, we will basically be. There won't be a stream that week on the Saturday because I'll have a battle report released for that Saturday. So the first ones we're probably going to do is Night Stalkers versus Northern Alliance. Just standard like 500 points. Sort of thing. And then it'll be like we'll have a dwarf one. We're able to do a dwarf starter set versus another starter set. The dwarf one I'll have to cut down a lot though, because it's really in point values. It's so good. There's a lot of points there. It's close to like 1,000, I think, if I remember rightly. for like 70 quid. We'll be doing some list building as well, possibly next week or yeah. So next week we'll be doing some list building. Because I need to do my list for March. I need to get it all planned out. Oh Christ, set my camera in. So yeah, you'll see battle reports coming pretty soon. So they'll just replace the stream. The Kingsboard Dwarfs are really cool. Like, they're really simple to build, quick to build as well. You could just run them as flat, like standard, like dwarfs. I can show you one. I can show you that they're like one of their artillery pieces. Actually, so like, here's like their artillery. Well, one of the versions because they can make another one. So let's remove this. So yeah, square basin. So and then that just comes on and off. So if I want to use the other version, I just swap the cannons out. So but this one I've just glued on, whereas the next time I do it, they'll be able to interchange constantly. So yeah. Oh. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, you got Ronnie, so Ronnie and Rick Priestley, like, were back in the day, they're old school. And like Ronnie, like, went to Mantic, and that's how. Where a lot of I think that's where a lot of the inspiration from King's War come from is just the old fantasy system. You only need one rulebook as well. You literally just need one rulebook. And hell, even if you don't want the rulebook, you can use the online site where you can get free. I think you can get a free copy of the rules as well, and then you can just use the army builder. If you subscribe to it though, you get all the extra bonuses. You get all the stuff for the Clash of Kings book and everything pre-uploaded. So that's what I do. So you'll get access to all like a lot of the armies. And it's like a couple of quid a month, which is what I do. Yeah, Warhammer Fantasy is like classic. No, you don't even need that. You can literally print off your army as well. Just print it off. Like you need one book to literally play the entire game system. I've as far as I know, all the game systems are like that. They do. So I literally have one book, and they release like NFA. They release like an FAQ once a year. They release like a balance book once a year. So, and that comes out when the GT's held. So I think we're due for another one this year. I think it's like towards the end of the year. We get it. Bleed for you know that I died for you. So it's actually just handy as hell just having one book. I need to clean the top of my glue. It just keeps sticking down. And I don't want that to happen. I'm basically making ghoul versions of Trident Realm stuff. Basically now. Like, I've been playing King's War now for over a year. And I actually find it. The rule set's really simple as well. Like, really simple. Yeah, I'm in the hobby 19 years this year. See, I still play Age of Sigmar, but not really. Because no one plays goes against my armies. So, but people happily play King's War against me because it's so balanced. Because every army takes the same artifacts. Same artifacts, they get like unique skills and formations. It's really nice. I play Cruel Boys. So I play Cruel Boys and Blades of Corn. Well, yeah, Blades of Corn, I think they're called now. They're the two armies I play. Done the wrong bloody side. See, Blades of Corn, I run a really like different and diverse army. The army I run for Blades of Corn isn't one you'll traditionally see. So my Blades of Corn army is just pure Skull Crushers and a Slaughter Priest. It's literally not even. I don't even need a Slaughter Priest, and I only have it there for Blood Boil. Most of it is literally though just pure Skull Crushers. So I'm just a very fast moving army. That's how I play them. Because I run Brass Stampede a few like as many times as I can. You won't see many people run it. You generally don't see many people run it. I've got an entire army full of it that I will be playing. I'll be speaking to a friend of mine who plays Age of Sigmar. I'm like, hey, let's play a game. And I'll play my corn stuff. I obviously want to finish getting it all painted, so I'll do that over the next coming days as well. Because I want to try and get all the armies that we use on the battle reports painted. Like, there's going to be some where we can't because of like events and stuff. Sorry. Casual COS. Okay. Like so the army that I ran, I took to a doubles event for a local for a tournament up at Warhammer World, and we came joint 15th. We won every game somehow, me and my friend. But yet none of the games we played had anything to do with kill. It was all capture missions, so we had to capture objectives and stuff like that. But we still won every game because we tabled our opponent, and then basically went, cool. Now we'll just sit on objectives because the game still continued. Because of the way it was run, the game would still continue. So they had nothing on the board. We would rack up points and just win. I played the same army. I painted up 2,000 points of it. And he basically played this. I done the list and everything because he was like, I haven't really got any Age of Sigma. I was like, cool, let me do the list then. It's like, we'll run something that'll be hilarious. And we ran it and came joint 15th. It was both of us had a slaughter priest. We both had a lord of Khorne and Juggernaut, and then we just filled out the rest of the points with just pure skull crushers. So it ended up like 4 units or 3 units of free, and then we were still able to pay the price for the battalion. So we got the battalion points into it as well. Yeah. So the only issue with these, like, they're really delicate, but when they snap clean. Thankfully. I don't even do that. It's a turn 1 for me. Because once one unit gets in, so when they charge and get in, and they fall within an inch of an opponent model, it deals D3 mortal wounds or 1 mortal wound. With the battalion, the next unit gets in auto does it, so I don't have to pay the 4 up. So they just automatically deal that damage just straight to my opponent. It's a very sort of like, basically I'm just gonna mortal wound and charge you constantly and lock you in so you can't do anything whilst my little guys whilst the 2 slaughter priests run about and just get objectives. And then we win the game that way. No, they're open play. Their battalions are open play now. That kind of ruined it for me because that was one of the reasons why I played so much Age of Sigmar and Second Ed, because the battalions just made so much fun. Whereas now they're not a thing. Like, it sucks because you actually got more benefits out of those battalions than what you do with the new stuff. Like, there's battalions in King's War, funny enough. There's got a few really nice ones. Like, I just stopped playing it because in my area there's just not, there's more of a Kings of War fan base than there is a Age of Sigmar fan base, because Kings of War is just old school fantasy. They weren't. Like, the thing is, battalions aren't the things that make it like broken. It's down to dice rolling. Like, at the minute, like when I done played my first game of Crawl Boys, we just used the rules out the box. They were busted as hell. They're still busted because the stratagem, the way that I play them is turn 1 you can't target me if I'm outside 12 inches of you. So I basically take second turn, and then basically move up, let you get into position. I then take so it would be you go first. I take a double turn. By that time, I've mortal wounded most of your army because I can still shoot and have some fun. It's really weird how the specific faction I play works, but it basically just cloaks my entire army. Yeah, there's a lot of that here. That's why I like King's War, because it's a flat, you deal damage, you have to, until you fail a nerve, that's when you start like taking casualties and stuff. There's no removing models either. It's just a flat, cool, I've dealt like, I don't know, 10 wounds to that regiment. Cool. They can't fail a nerve with that many wounds. Sort of, and stuff like that. That's why I prefer the King's War system, because you don't lose models. And here's the thing, you don't even roll dice really. Your charge phase, you don't roll dice. You double your movement. That is your charge. So you've had 5 movement, you have a 10 charge. And say you're a, I don't know, say for an example, you've got a unit burst, so you've got a unit, we'll use this dude for an example. So you say you've got your unit's there, but you have another unit there and an enemy unit there. If you're, it's all based on height. So say that unit in front of you is a height 2 and you're a height 2, you can't shoot that unit there, even if it's a height 3, because you're not taller than the unit in front. Whereas if that's a height 3, that's a height 2, it can then target them. It's really interesting, the rule set. There's not many like reports out on the platform. So I'm going to be basically getting as much of this done over the coming weeks. Where you'll see a lot of battle reports being done. So we'll have like the starter set, the 2-player starter set being against each other. You'll have then Dwarfs versus Northern Alliance versus Dwarfs versus Night Stalkers versus Ratkin versus all of that, and Trident Realms will bring some stuff in. But yeah, you can. I was running through tutorials in like 20 minutes. It's that simple, and that's literally 2 units, a unit, something cool, and a character. 20 minutes we were going through the rules. It's just a flat cool. Yeah, it's very fast paced, and this was without artifacts and stuff like that. Me and a friend played a game with all artifact based. We put all the artifacts on. We were still done in half an hour. That's like a good like 500-point army. We're done in half hour. Like 2K games won't take that long. Sort of thing. Now we know the rule set, we can basically egg timer it as well. So it's one of the things we're going to bring in is egg time games. So once that egg timer runs out, if you haven't done everything, that's it. Your turn's over. To help keep the process nice and fast. So there are like little ways where you can do stuff as well like that. Like you can incorporate that into any game system. Just freaking snap that, didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, on the days we have like a King's War battle report, there won't be a live stream. So just get released on that Saturday. So I just have 3 more to do. Let's go into the box, see what we can find. Like, so here's another thing. They actually encourage kit bashing in Kings of War. Kit bashing. I've seen people use Age of Sigmar models. I've seen people use Stormcast in Age of Sigmar and Kings of War for like specific units. It's actually quite interesting. So there's no sort of like, oh yeah, you can't 3D print, you can't use a third party model. They generally do not care. As long as you're rolling dice and having fun, that's all that matters to the company. Now I'm using a D&D miniature for one of my models, for a paint chat for a speed paint. That's happening 23rd. That I need to get everything sorted for that tonight, so we can start promoting it. Like, the parts and the models I'm using now don't even belong to this army. It's a completely different army they go with. Like... Yeah, fully possible. Pretty much. A lot of people use old school fantasy models. I know a few people that do that. Use their old school like high elf army and stuff like that and play as elves and wood elves. Like, you can literally use, as long as you can find a way to incorporate it, you should be good to go. But yeah, you can literally use any model. I see people using Sylvaneth, funny enough. Carriage and Overlords, probably you could use really easily as well. Very, very easily. You run them as just basic dwarfs. Just dwarfs. Just fancy dwarfs, that's all it is. So, like, I'm building regiments, and regiments are meant to be 20-man blocks, but because of the ruling, there is a minimum requirement. So you can actually put 15 guys on a base, that counts as a regiment because the minimum requirement's been met. So you still get the bonuses for a 20-man block, even if you have 15 dudes in it, because people do scenic basing. I need to actually find the other parts I need to for this army. So it's actually really simple, pretty easy. So, like, I've got 6 of these dudes to do on a base. That's 3 of them. The other 3 are a different colour. And I've literally just used really simple stuff to do these bases. So that's all my double gangers done. I just got to put the heads on the other ones. I'm gonna actually spray that. That's the only one I have like a decent sort of thing. Oh, thank you. Good. Sorry about the noise on my chair, people. So these blocks that you can see me doing now, and all the gravestones, are stuff that I actually cast myself. So I make it all by hand. So essentially these like parts under here, and all the gravestones I make freshly by hand all the time. Because it's just something I do. But yeah, so like, I make all this by hand, because it was for an old army from my movement trays, but they got rid of the way, because of the way they're now doing Age of Sigmar, the Fair Dead one. It causes problems to one of my armies. So I'm like, oh, okay then, you're just gonna bugger me up. Cheers. So we might as well get this. Get real good. And I'll do something really simple with this as well. Nothing too like wacky. It's a bit wet. If I get the ground covering done at least. But yeah, we'll get some. At least get this one done because I have the models here. I have 3 of them. I just got to find the other ones, but it's not too much of an issue. So I know roughly how they're going on. This is one we made last week. This one is. It's just really simple things. I'm just taking pieces of Games Workshop scenery and then turning it into my multi-basin and mixing it with stuff that I make myself. We'll be making all my bases for my Basilians pretty soon. I've started on them. I just need to make the other sections. So I need to do all the pathway stuff. For that, I need to find so I have these parts here, these square bases. I need to find those. I've got a whole bag of them floating about, and I'm going to do some marble effect for it. So they'll be on marble sort of coating, or street sets, crack a few, do some damage to them. You'll find as well I use my hand as my thing to get most of the paint off. It's just easier. Yeah, this is something that me and another streamer sort of decided to do, was run a boot camp. They're getting back into the swing of things. So it's pretty much each week I sort of do a live stream. Yeah. If you want to play dwarfs, I have a dwarf army, so I can literally do the first game with dwarfs so you can see how they play. I need to get armies done anyway. So it'd be basically, because the dwarfs are the biggest size army I have, I will basically just go, okay, let's just use the dwarfs against everything for the minute. And then stuff like that. So we can do stuff like that. It's not that much of an issue. So for all my my rackkin, this is our basin. Move that away. So as you can tell, it's extremely bright. Obviously a rat's fallen over, but I did not notice he fell over there. But yeah, that's their brightness. So we're gonna grab the next one. Put that at the back. But yeah, we've got so many armies here. I think we've got 6 or 7. We're gonna be getting bigger and bigger. And it's a really good system to get into. And I'm not just saying that because but they're really nice. The rule set's just so simple. Being able to go back to just having one book just to play an army. Yeah, I'm 100%, yeah. Basically pretty soon. I've literally just got to get a couple of armies painted up, get based, and then we'll be doing it. Once we have the armies up and running, we'll be doing it. So I'm hoping to get the Night Stalkers done at least. over the next few days. Like, I'll be working on this off Saturdays as well, just to get it trying sorted. Okay, this needs to be right far back. So I'll be working on this stuff off like YouTube stuff, but I'll keep everyone up to date on the YouTube. So there'll be loads of like this content coming. Because there'll be army showcases as well for each army. Because each army is going to turn into a display piece as well, because of the way I'm designed all the basin. Because of the way the basin's designed, I've done it so it all interlocks. So it's all telling the story at the same time. So, and like these are like the spectres. So these are like your proper grubbly ghosty stuff. And I want to do add some extra bits to all the paint on here. Anyway, so it just sort of like helps me a little bit. But yeah, like the dwarfs I can get finished off, they're not that difficult. But I literally just put the dwarfs up against like my Northern Alliance and stuff like that. But yeah, the battle reports will be coming pretty soon. I've literally just got to make one phone call to say to someone, hey, do me a favour, come around for a day. Like, I will physically like come around, do some recording with me. So it'll be like we'll have them pretty much going. Like, we'll start recording next week. Essentially. But like, I'm gonna do stuff where we talk about the armies as well. So I'll have a camera behind me set up, so you'll see that camera and you'll see the army, and like how all the bases go together, and then I will just show people extra bits of it. I'll keep it like a couple of models like back here, so we can swap between the cameras and stuff. So the spray I use is indoor safe, and I absolutely love the stuff. Indoor safe, outdoor safe, and it dries really fast, so we never have to worry about it. I am almost out of spray, so it's something I need to invest in, but it's really cheap spray I use. So yeah, we'll have battle reports coming soon for this, because I really want to get down to doing them. I personally really love the King's War game system. This was before I even like started working for the company as one of their Pathfinders. I just thoroughly enjoyed the system. I did have another one, and it's up there. That's good. So we'll have battle reports coming pretty soon. Like, as long as there's like a high demand, we should be good. And they won't be very long battle reports, because in all fairness, the game doesn't take that long to actually have a decent sized game. Now, I'm not doing anything really special with the ground. I'm literally just gonna put Mornfang Brown over it, just to really do that. But yeah, we'll probably, I think like realistically, the first armies that will end up going against each other are dwarfs. So it'll be dwarfs, Night Stalkers, Northern Alliance. We'll also have like, if I can get a Trident Realm character, we'll have some Trident Realm stuff going, just really basic armies. Like, really basic. So the Trident Realm stuff would just be like a couple of like fancy stuff. Stuff like that. So, but yeah, but I've got a lot of plans coming. It's still a tad wet, so I can't properly do that one just yet. And now I'm kicking shit on the floor. That's that one. Where's the other one? Oh, the other one's here. So like I make all this from scratch. So it's actually for 25mm movement trays. So have all my molds for it all. And then I just basically build it up and yeah. So but yeah, the games won't take too long. Like there are a few channels out there that do it, but personally, I don't know, for me, it's just the way they do it is just not for me. I can't learn. Because they'll like take pictures and stuff, and I'm not saying it's like a bad thing, it's like a smart way of doing it. But I would prefer to actually watch someone do all the movement and then I'll just speed it up as and when we need to. This all I've just done is that, and then I'll put like a wash over it as well. Further around, down the hall, yeah, we'll have some reports out. Like, even if we don't have reports out, we'll do like talking ones. So where I'll talk over the rule set and I'll record it all. So like we'll do like fraction focus and stuff like that and go over some of the rules. Like I can do loads of little things like that, so I'm not limited. So it won't be so much of like, okay, right, I can't get the person in. That's fine. I can find another way around this. I can do it this method, where I can basically talk about the rule set and we go over the rules and stuff like that. So there are like a lot of ways I can do stuff. We'll have like a load of videos pretty much coming out pretty soon anyway. Just a bit of black. And then all I'm doing is just dry brushing this up. So if I see like little bits of plant life, I'm going to try and avoid it as much as possible. But obviously because of the method I'm doing to get this done, it's going to be a bit difficult to avoid it. Same with like pillars and stuff like that. I'm going to try and avoid them as best as I can. So I just want to hit the stone with this stuff, with this colour. So that I wasn't really going to do today, because I've been feeling quite unwell. Ended up getting really rough this morning. But I was like, you know what? Nah, why not? Let's just do it. So stone. Now to hit the gravestones, be extra careful with these. That's alright. If you need to get some sleep, then you need to get sleep. It's completely fine. No, we're trying to push the monetization on here as well. So it's another like big goal. Takes time. We've been going a year as well, so we've done like a lot recently. We've been really doing well. Still a bit bright. Yeah, definitely. Always make sure you're studied for exams. You know what you're doing. Like exams are really, really important. Like I'm currently studying for an exam myself. For a few different exams. So I know how it feels to actually do all that stuff. That's right. You have a great night and great night rest and everything. But yeah, have a good one, buddy. I need to bring this out of it so you can see what I'm doing. Hey, Tom. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. Good to see you. Oh, how's the all the schedule, all the everything that needs to get recorded done? Yeah, that's fine. Like once it's edited, just like send it over. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly. I've just had a rough few days, and I'm still feeling really rough. But like this is literally something because of what the stream is. It's like I'm the only one out of all of us who like do stuff for the channel that actually has this stuff. So it's like, this is a pain in the ass. A little bit. But it's not at the same time. Oh, have you been able to get any games with your AdMech and stuff? Because we need to get battle reports done. And where you're only down the road from me, I'm thinking maybe you come down to mine. We get some battle reports done. Because you play AdMech. No one in my friend group plays AdMech. So that's if you're up for it. So obviously we can't really do Steve-O. Because he's kind of not in this country. I'll still work around your schedule. I know me and Spruce are trying to get something sorted. I think it's like towards the end of March. We're planning to get a bunch of some recording done. Thankfully, I can literally get away with doing this. So we've pretty much got enough for a battle report straight away for this stuff. So, might as well get the other one done. Yeah, I think I did. Was it on like a piece of paper with like a bunch of scribbles and stuff? Because I've still got to do mine. I haven't even done my stuff yet. This is all going to get varnished anyway, so So it's the little piece of paper that had like a bunch of little scribbles on them. Yes, did read it. I did see it. Yeah, I had a I had a quick glance. But yeah. I had like a quick glance, but yeah, it seems like there's a lot. I've got a lot I've got to do this year as well with collabs and stuff. Yeah, I did see the bit of paper. Like, to be fair, I think we've all got a lot we want to do this year. Like, I've got some personal ones I'm doing this year. Oh, shit. But yeah, I saw the little squiggles and stuff. But yeah, how would you feel about coming down to mine and doing some battle reports? Because I know, like, obviously, you're not too far, but you're quite a distance still. Like, because I'm not even sure if you have you been able to have any games of 40k and stuff. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. It's not an issue, sort of thing. It's like, but obviously, like, if your schedule frees up a little bit, then we can sort something. Right, will this now affect my PC? That way. Let's just do this. This only goes for a couple of hours anyway, Tom. This is like a 2-hour sort of thing I do each weekend, 2 to 3 hours. So it's nothing too crazy. Because obviously Saturdays are meant to be my day off anyway. Just chill out. I've been chilling out all day. despite being ill. I'll be back in VC soon anyway, in like about an hour or so. About an hour and a half I'll be back in there. So hopefully I can just go over with the original colour. Just to make sure it's all sort of the same. It's just going to be easier at the minute just to do it like this. But all this is going to get washed anyway. No, I'm going to get some ground covering on this at some point. But I want to just get this stuck, get it sort of like okayish. So at least for the minute, for just gaming aspects. Then I can go along and get all the other stuff on later on down the line. How is all your wax stuff going there as well? Hopefully it's not going too crazy for you. Like, I knew you worked a lot. I didn't realise it was that much. It's kind of, well, to be fair, I do like the same sort of hours and content. Because this will basically set the colour palette for the whole water basin. So I don't want these to be too bright, because the models are actually quite bright, especially the green ones. Like, the butchers are two different colour styles, so should be able to get away. And this is the only part of the model, this is the only part of the actual base that's going to be this specific colour. No, this is like a really good tip for people, like especially if you're painting. Like, if you've got something like that, just do a paint pot underneath the back, and you can get areas not having to touch it. Time to do some mixing. And the colour I need, I don't think I have near. Oh, there's up there. Turn it down a bit. But some of these are darker, I'm not too concerned about. But as long as it's not like too dark. So one of those, just run this over. Didn't realize you worked that many hours though, Tom. That's a lot. Jesus, that's a lot. But so I'm getting a bunch of recorder done tonight. Like at least the hobby goal one. And then I got a mango journey to do tomorrow. But how is your work Oh, okay. I've got every now and then just readjust myself slightly. How's that? Oh, what's that? Right now I want a dry brush. So it still has those highlights. So. And we've got a finer highlight, if I can help. This colour. So this one's a lot brighter. So put this like this. I actually remember to set it up properly today, so I didn't have to like reset the stream. Plan to get one of these done. Like one base done a time, each time we're live, if it's been built and constructed. Yeah. So I want that mix, but I've got none of that left. It's fine because I can go along with this colour. Put a bit of white in this and we should be good. The lighting is still extremely bright. So if you can get like a unit a session done, that'd be even better. Then I'll have to work on this stuff pretty soon. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of hours. It's not perfect, but it will do. How much different is that? It's quite different. Well, I don't know how much of a difference actually. It'd be okay. It's actually pretty on par. Hey, sure. How'd your holiday go? Ah, nice. Are you still on holiday or have you finished it? Jet lag, yeah. Yeah, it's good to hear from you, sure. It really is. Like, since you've been away, a lot has happened. So, just working on the butcher base. Yeah, I bet. Jesus. Oh, nice one. Well, if you do, I'll drop by. You know I will. So I'm always floating about. Oh, sure, keep an eye out on my Instagram. Just a heads up. Because where you're one of the mods on Twitch, you'll need to. It might be worth. Like, just in case. Because I'm putting a post up tonight. But yeah, just keep an eye on Instagram over the next few days. Because I'm not going to be how I normally am on stream. Live streams. So. But how was your time off? I literally had. Nah, I'm gonna go. I'll throw it away. Hasn't really started. Right? Oh damn! You bloody hell! Oh, you're in quarantine till Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, you're not the only one. I'm now in it as well. I got flagged up for Omicron, so I had to. Right, so yeah, I got flagged for Omicron, and then I'm sort of stuck. I do. That's the thing. I go to my local shop. Go to the local shop, and then I have friends that pop over. So we don't know where it come from. We literally don't know how. I got a text. I'm the only one in the group that did. Like I know, like there's a high chance it's a scam. It's just someone. It's just a scam one because it happens a lot over here. So at the same time, it's like we're not taking the risk with me because I have barely any immune system as it is. Plus, everyone I know is all high risk and have kids. So we're just not even taking that chance. If it's a scam, then we'll know by the result. If I've somehow bloody got it, I am gonna laugh. I got tested. It got sent. It would have been sent this morning. Picked up this morning from the post office, post box. So I should find out by Tuesday, Wednesday. So I pre-warned everyone I was near. They're waiting to see what my result is. Depending on what my result is, depends if they'll go get tested. I'm where I've got it all done dusted. Um, I'm rough as hell today. Still recovering from yesterday as well, but kettle. I needed that earlier. Where's one of them guys? Already have. I'm waiting on my results to come back now. So I sit and wait. Way ahead of that. Been tested, let the people know I was near when on the day and the day before. So they're all aware. So we're just waiting on my results now. And then they'll get tested depending on what mine comes out like. One of the people is already getting tested anyway. Because they've got to have an op. Now I need to do these. This is going to be really awkward to get to. How about been good. Yeah, done all my testing. Had a funny turn yesterday. Had another funny turn today, but not much I can do. Besides the bit of tidying I done earlier, I've been pretty much resting up. Didn't like crawl out of bed until probably about 2 o'clock. Something stupid like that. I've been sat on the game all day. Yeah, just waiting for my results to come back now. Like, I know it's going to come back negative, so I'm not too worried or concerned in the slightest bit. If it doesn't, I'll be very surprised, because then I can blame literally someone in my friend group. So there'd be 2 people I can blame. Well, it's not too bad I can blame, but I can say to them, look, you might want to get yourself sorted. I know one of them takes regular tests, so... No, there's not much I can really do with this stuff. This one. I can do like a few little details, but nothing crazy. Yeah, because my health's always bad, it's like, plays up. We don't, like, yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm just so used to it being really bad nowadays. That's the... Let's just do the camera a bit easier. It's the first... Well, that's like the first troop done. I just got to find the other 3, pop them on there. That's the regiment done. That's one done today. I think the next one will do the Spectre ones. Where have I put that? How can I always misplace stuff when I'm just right here. Well, there's that one. It's not the one I need. That's definitely not the one I need. Let's shake this one up, actually. Oh, that's a bit thick. Double left out. Wish it was a, wish it was a, wish it was a fake. Okay, I'm gonna need that. So where's the little one that I've got made up? Shit. Oh, fuck a duck. Bloody put a wash somewhere and I need it. I sort of need it for this stuff. And I had it right here. Dawson Mephiston. Note to self. Then I wanna be a memory. I literally only... That's right, clan. That's not what I need. That's not what I need. It must be back here. How can I do this? Put paint places and then fucking lose the shit. Alright, it's not on the floor. It hasn't fallen on the floor. Ow. Shit. I don't want to do that. I literally just had it here. I've now misplaced it. Being me. No, I just lifted my cup up like it was under there. It's like, yes, it's really going to be under there. Because I don't really want to use this. Because I don't have much left of this one. I've got another one I specifically used. Might need to. I'd be pissed if I find it later. Oh no, it's literally right here. It's because of how dark I make mine. I thought it was a black. Whoopsie. I'd be fucked up if you can be right here. To be in the night. Confessing, yeah. Well, I hit a little bump. Yeah, been tested, got everything sorted. So, now it's a waiting game. How do you know when your null oil is too dark when it does this? Like, I thinned it down quite a bit already. Like, I'm still adding water to it just to get it a bit like less black. It's not really working. So it's just staining everything it touches. Mind you, at least that's a good wash. Oh shit. No, I have to do like a at least a 3-to-1 mix with my wash with water because it's just so dark. When I'm doing stuff like this, I don't particularly want it majorly dark. I still want some of the colour showing through. But if I get this one done, I can then base another unit today. And then it means I have one more block to do, I think it is. And then we can get like a battle report or King's War done. Come on, all the way to the edge. Thank you. I'm not doing this section here because I've got to cover that with one of these. Because I could do a double. That would be interesting, doing like a double amount. Just dab it there, dab it there, dab it there. Now go with the water. And this is what I use all my mausoleum stuff for. Because I don't have any other use for it. This also fills in all the gaps as well I've missed. Just a random one gravestone there because I have designed this. Swap that out for this one. Oh, shit. Well, thank you. Do that thing you do. Right. Just come along. Just got to do this section now. So as I've done this bit, we're going to call it there for tonight. Ready for next week. I'll try not to do anything during the week. But obviously I need to finish these off ready for next week anyway. So you might see, we might be able to get these finished. Be able to complete these next week easily on Saturday. Because it's basically now just filling out some details. So just doing some little details, doing some dry brushing. So yeah. Right, so that is now done. So we're going to call it there for tonight. And yeah, so obviously I'll put like links and stuff in the description. I'll put all that in. I'll pop on the other ones as well. But yeah, so I'll see you all next week on Saturday, where we finish this off, and then the following Saturday, fingers crossed, I can get a battle report done for that. So in theory, not next week. I should better record a bunch of battle reports this week coming, as long as I get the all clear, that is. So we tell a friend to come over, we can do some recording, and yeah, hopefully get all that done. Obviously, some of the models will have to be blue tacks into place, but we'll go from there. So yeah, so I will catch everyone next Saturday for more Kings of War. But if not, I will see everyone over on the Twitch on Monday. So yeah, have a good evening all and a good night.